Hello guys, welcome. In this tutorial, I'll be guiding us on how to make a creative letter P logo design on your smartphone using Pixellab app. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, you know what to do. Go hit the subscription button and the bell notification button so that you get notified whenever we post an awesome tutorial like this. Guys, let's design. Alright guys, for the sake of this tutorial, we'll be starting all over. So we'll go to this project section and we'll tap on the default project and we'll bring up a new project and the other one is off. So what we have to do is just to get a background or just a temporary background for now. So we'll go over to this, we'll go over to the background and get a background color, the background effect and get a background color. Just scroll to your Pixellab and get any color of your choice and use it for the background. Okay, let's get something that's a little bit darker. This will do. And that is it. So we remove this because we will be needing it on this tutorial for now. So we get it off and we're good to go. So in tutorial, in logo designs, like I always teach you, you have to make sure that the gradings are accurate. Because when the gradings are accurate, that is when you get a design that is more accurate and good looking. Because logo is something that you use for a very long time. So we'll tap on the grade tool and we'll edit some of the grade lines. So we'll take we'll make sure that the space from the edge is about 10. The space from the edge is about 10, so we'll shift this one to 10 and we'll shift this one to 10 as well. Just like I told you, on your left hand side you add and on your right hand side you minus. So we'll go, instead of taking it to 10, we'll do 10 minus 1 because this is 100. This is 100, so you now say 10 minus 100, what you get is 90. So you take it to 90 and you leave it there. So we'll do for the one below, I will take it to 90 as well and we'll leave it there. And this is it. So for up you add and for down you minus. For left you add and for right you minus. Alright, we've gotten the space on this. For this tutorial, we'll be making sure that the lines are 15. That the space between the lines are 15 pixels. So check this one. This one we have here is 10. So 10 plus what will give us 15. 10 plus 15 will give us what? Sorry, 10 plus 15 will give us 25. So we'll set this one to 25. We'll get it to 25, and this is it. So since we've gotten it to 25, remember that the lines will be 25. Since we've gotten it to 25, let's start with that. So as we run the tutorial, we will be able to add more lines according to our grading. So the next thing we're gonna do now is to get the shape. The shape I used for this tutorial was this shape. So you go to your shape tools and you edit the shape tools and get a shape. Alright, this is the shape. Let me just remove this grade tool so that we can edit this shape and I'll show you something. So I've gotten the shape already and this is the shape I used, but for the sake of this tutorial I'm going to make it in a way that it will look more better. So you get a shape like this, what you have to do is you copy it and make it to, then you go to your rotate, you tap on the rotate tool and rotate it by 180. It turns upside down and you now place it. You will place it in a way that it will have a curve on the left and a curve on the right. So we'll just have to place it until it gets placed. So for us to do this effectively, let's tap on this grading tool. We'll get a new line. Let's not use the lines we've already placed. Let's get a new line. So we'll place the new line somewhere here, and we'll place a new line somewhere here, and we'll start placing these ones. We'll make sure it's touching the line so that it will not have a bad. Now remember, you can magnify to see what you're doing clearly. So we'll use these to place on the lines. And here we go, and we'll tap on this one as well. To place it on the line too. So you just have to bring it down until it's touching the line, just like the other one. I think this is crossing too much. So we'll now place it in a way that it gives us that exact curve. Place it in a way that it gives us, because if you remove this, let's reduce. Now you see that there are some part of it that are not looking well. So you just have to keep shifting. So let's tap on the one on the right hand side and we'll place it well. So this magnifying tool will help you to place your designs well, and you won't have to make mistakes. So the next thing we're gonna do is still tap on the grade tool. Now when you look at this grade tool, the grade tool below is showing that one of the shape is touching the line and the other one is not. So we tap on this one that is not touching the line and make it touch the line, so that we get we'll get something very accurate. And not alright, the boats are touching the line. Now you can notice that these boats are now set. So you can just adjust this a little to make it look more better and appealing. And you can just leave it like this. I think this is okay now. Let's magnify it. Tap on the magnifying tool you just go around over the designs to see how it is, and we are good to go. With this we can make our design. So we'll bring back the grade tool, and we'll tap on the magnifier to remove it. So what we're gonna do is we'll go to our layers, and we'll mark the two shapes, and we'll merge them together. And when we merge them together, they'll become one. As you can see now, they are now one, and we are done with that. So what we just have to do is we'll resize this in a way that it will fit into this place. We'll resize it in a way that it will be able to fit in to this line that we gave it on the grade tool. So we'll go to our relative sizes, and on the relative size we'll start reducing. For this tutorial, what I used was 45 by 15. So we'll take the height to 15. I will take the size. We'll take the size to 45. All right, we're okay with this. So let's take it up. Let's take it up and place it well, and make sure it fits well. So we use our magnifying tool to enlarge it until it's well placed. Then you can see that it fits into the line to show that the measurement is accurate. So for the sake of this tutorial, let's just remove some of these lines and concentrate on the ones we added. So remove this line on the center. We remove this line on the center and just concentrate on those ones until we have a need for more lines. Alright, so we've gotten something like this, but meanwhile this is not the exact style we need, so we'll just have to copy this. We'll copy it again. So since we've copied this, there is no way we can place it without grading in. So what we have to do is this. We'll add another line. Now remember that from the first line to the second line is 15. So what you do is you will check the second line. The second line is 25. You now say 15 plus 25 is gonna give you 40. So you add another line and take it to 40. So let's just take this line to 40, and this is okay. So when we're placing this one, let's set it as 40. So when we're placing this one, it will fit into 40. But for the sake of this tutorial, we'll be turning this shape around. So that the up part will come down and the down part will come up. So what you have to do is you go to your crop. On the shape layers, you go to your crop, and go to crop and tap on this to turn it upside down. So this will just change it, and it's now upside down. So while it turns upside down, the size will reduce. So you just have to go back here and take the height back to 15. As you can see, is where it's supposed to be. So now we have what we're looking for. Okay, let's remove this one. Now we have what we're looking for. Let's place. Now let's shift this one to this line. Let's shift it to this line so that we'll be able to use that line to check if it's well placed. So this line at the extreme, let's magnify so we can see it clearly. We'll place it to the line at the extreme, and we'll magnify to make sure it's touching the line and there is no overfitting. It's well fitted. We'll take it back a little. Okay, this is okay. All right. We'll now tap on this second one and take it up. Let's magnify so we can see clearly. Alright, we'll take it in. Okay, now it's overlapping by the right, so we'll just bring it back to the line. I will take it up a little. Now it's overlapping below. I will bring it to make sure it's fitting in. All you have to do is make sure it's fitting into the line you gave it on the grade tool. So I think this is okay. We'll reduce the magnitude. Okay, let's remove our grade lines and see what we have. Alright, something like this is very nice. Very nice. Alright, we've gotten the first part of the P shape. So for the second part of the P shape, we just have to make another part on this grade tool. So we'll tap on the grade tool. And we'll add another line to it behind. Add the line here. Add the line here. So let's just use this first one to calculate it. So the first one is 10. The first one, so that you won't get confused. Use the first one to calculate. The first one is 10. From 10 plus 15 is gonna give you 25. So you say this one to 25. I'm just gonna show you something now that will be very helpful. You say this one to 25, and this is okay. So you add another 15 to it. we just have to add another 15 to it. So we bring up another line. Remember, this one we added last was 25. So this new one, 25 plus 15 is gonna give you 40. We place it to 40. We place it to 40, and what we have is this. So what we're not gonna do now is this design. We're gonna go to our layers and mark the both of them. We'll mark the both of them. I will bring it backward until it's lapping on this new line we made. So we'll take it back until it's here. We'll bring it back until it's here. Let's just magnify to make sure that what we're designing is not wrong. Magnify very well because check is okay. They are both lapping on the lines, and this is good. So we'll leave it here, and we'll tap on good, and we're done with that part. So what we have to do now, we'll copy this shape. We'll copy it. I will now use it for the leg of the P. So we just have to go to our rotate tool and rotate it by 90. Rotate it by 90. We rotate it by 90. Most times this rotation tool is how to work on the landscape. So rotate it by 90, and this is what we need. So we bring it down into this fitting. We bring it down into this fitting here. Leave it somewhere here. So now we've gotten something like this. What we just have to do is we'll bring these two that are already here. Remember, they are the two down. We'll bring them backward the more. We'll mark the both of them and we'll bring them backward. Let's magnify so we'll see clearly. We'll bring them backward and we'll fit it in here. We'll now fit it in here. Let's magnify the more so we'll see clearly. We'll fit it in here. Take it a bit a little. Fit it in here. We'll just make sure it's just lapping lightly on the lines. Alright, this is good, and we'll now take the P up. Let's go over to our crop and crop this P. This P that we tapped on. This P that we tapped on is not supposed to be facing like this. So let's go to our crop. We'll crop it and we'll change the position. The position is going to look like this, and we remember the size will decrease, so you just have to go back of the maintain ratio. You increase it back to 15. Take it back to 15, and we are good. Alright, let's place it into the line where it's supposed to fit in. Okay, we'll take it up until it's lapping. Let's magnify so we see more clearly. Alright, this is something like this. So for us to be able to get this design accurately, remember the two of them are white, so we just have to tap on this to turn to red, or we just select a black color so that we can see clearly and know when it's overlapping and when it's not overlapping. So we'll take it up a little, keep taking it up, we'll magnify the more until we see what we're looking for. We'll keep taking it up. Alright, we've gotten a little, I will take it back a little, and we'll magnify the more so that it won't overlap by any means. It won't overlap by any means, and I think this is okay. So we'll bring it down. I will change the color back to white. We'll bring the color back to white, and let's remove our gray tool to see what we made. Alright, so we have a P. Now when you look at this P, when you look at the one I already made before this tutorial, it has a plus sign because this is it's called it has a plus sign here. So what I made was prime plus, so we just have to add a plus by the side. But before we do that, let's move our gray tool and magnify to see if there is any part of this that needs correction. If there is any part of it that needs correction, we'll correct it before we add. Now we found a little place that needs a little correction. Alright, it's not actually, it doesn't need a correction, not a mistake, it's okay. So we'll reduce it. I will place back our gray tool. So we'll tap on this plus and we'll bring up a text. So we'll go back to the text layers and we'll add up a plus from our keyboard symbols. We'll take a plus and we'll add on it. So what you're gonna use is a font that is big, a big font, any font of your choice. But the font I used here is called Moongate Heavy. That's the font I used. So Moongate Heavy was the font I used, and I increased it. I increased the font. So let's magnify that. Let's increase the size of the font first. The size of the font, we increase it to let's leave it at 90. Alright, now it's at 90. We'll magnify so that we'll place it well and it will not be an error. So now we'll take it forward until the top of the plus is lapping on this line and the other side is lapping on the other line. Very good. So just make it lap. Alright, this is okay. Now you notice that this tutorial, This logo design is very simple but lucrative, very simple and lucrative. So for you to be able to get something like this, you always need your grade 2. So we've gotten a P shape and a plus sign by the side, and this is exactly what we need. So what we're gonna do now is to match the whole design. So we'll mark the 4 of them, but before you do that, you cross-check the last time. Before you do that. So we tap on this and we increase it and we cross-check again to see if there is any part of it that is overlapping. No, all part of it are okay. Alright, this is good. So we'll now go to our layers. I will mark all of them and we'll merge them together to become one. So all of them are now one design. We'll merge them together, they are now just one design. So we'll go to our shape tools and we'll relative it to the center and we'll start editing on the colors. For your own, when you're having your own, when you're making your own, you can make the feet, so you can make the shape on top and the shape below to lap together, or you can leave it as a space like this. It doesn't make much difference and it's not too bad. That is how I want it to be. I want a space to be in the center. Just want a space to be in the center. The first thing we're gonna do is to add a color background, and the color background I used, let me type in the color code. The color code I use for the background is, go to numbers. Remember, when typing in color code, you use capital letter. I use 15010F, capital letters for color code, and this is the color code I used for the background. There's a purple color but a very dark one, and this is what we have. Now we'll tap on the design and we'll reduce it a little. Let's reduce the size to something like 45. This is something like 45. Okay. Let's leave it at 46 is okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a color to this. So we'll go to our color, I will put it on, and we'll go to gradient, and we'll look for a gradient color. Any gradient color will do, and we'll tap on it. So we'll turn it to something that comes from the left to the right. I will start from the right. We'll start from the left. So let's add some colors here. Although the colors are already on my clipboard, but I'll be calling them out. The first color we added here was the first color we added here. Let me just delete a little about it. The first color we added here is 71F9FF. 71F9FF. That's the first color. Setting valid color code. Let me add it again. 71F9FF. That's the color code I use. That's the first color code. Now we'll add another. We'll add up another bucket for color. Another bucket for color. So we'll go to the color bucket and we'll go to the pencil tool. We'll add up another color code. The second color code I used was FF729E. FF729E. You can change your own color codes for a design, but make sure the colors are colors that will blend well. You can go stock up some colors and make sure that the colors you add are the colors that will blend well. So let's add another color. The third color I added there was this color. I will call it aloud. Let me get it from my keyboard. The third color was FF439E. That's the third color I added. It's more like a purple color, more like a pink color. So we'll go over to the fourth color. We'll tap on this plus and it adds another bucket for us. So we'll go over to that and we add another color to it. We'll type in the color code. The fourth color we added here was 8D00FF. 8D00FF. This is a move. And we'll tap on the last one and we'll add another color. It's 5 colors. And we'll add the last color. The fifth color here was 3403FF. 3403FF. And we'll add it up and we are good to go. So what we just have to do is we place these colors to have the same, place it in the way that the first color will be a little, I'll have a little portion and this one will show up. This one will just have a little, the last color will also have a little portion which shows up. So the main colors that will be showing up more is the pink, the other pink and the mauve, or we call it the purple, although it's more like a mauve. So you leave it like this and this is, so the blue will not show much. So we'll not turn this color grade like this and we'll leave it like this, and I think we're good. So tap on it and we'll have something like this. This was the same color I used on it, and we just have to reduce the size a little. So reduce the size just by 1, and this is okay. So the next thing we're gonna do now is to add our text. I'm gonna show you the font I used for that text. So we'll go back to our text layers and we'll go on edit. The name I gave to it was Prime Plus. So this is the name I gave to it, Prime Plus. Now we'll go to our font. I will select the font. The font I used on these was Group Medium. The font name is Group Medium. You know, font can have many funny names. The font name is Group Medium, and it's a very good font for logo design. I love the font so much. It's a very good font for logo design. So relative this shape, relative this logo to the center. Relative to the center, I will bring down the font. Bring down the font to the center. We'll place it downwards. Bring it down. Alright, this place is okay. So what we have to do now is we'll use the spacing tool and we'll space it. We'll space it by 10, so that when someone looks at it, the person will be able to. So we'll rotate it back to the center, and I believe we're done. We are done. This is okay. So this was how I made the P logo design. This was how I was able to come up with it. So your shape tool is very when you learn how to use a shape tool on design is good in using design. Another tool you can use is your Bezier tool, but your shape tool can also give you what your Bezier tool can give you. Another tool you can use is your draw tool, but your shape tool can also give you all these things if you learn how to combine it and if you learn how to use it on editing. So I'll be bringing more tutorials on logo designs. I'll be dropping new tutorials every week. I'll drop off new tutorials. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you'll be getting updates, and tap on the bell notification button so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever we drop an awesome tutorial like this. I'm still your favorite graphic designer, Machukuchi Mariesin, and I love you all. Thank you.